Hi everyone, this is Felix, Economakis, and today I'd like to talk about the number one reason why therapy isn't as successful as it could be, and it has been for many other people. My therapy is quite a constant, so if people are making changes in one session, others need three or not, then you begin to wonder, what is in the way? And the number one reason for not having the expected results in one session is something I'm going to talk about today. Now, in order to understand this, I have to rewind a little bit and talk about my therapeutic framework. So I'd like to know, for instance, that you're not one entity, you're not just you. You are made up of your conscious mind, which is a bit like the CEO or a president or prime minister, or if you want, a parent or a general, and your subconscious mind, which is made up of many different parts. And they could be like departments. So you have a part in charge of your health and your finances and your relationships and your defenses and everything else. And it's really the division of labor between them that is very important. Each mind needs to know what it needs to do so everyone works together. And the important thing is that your conscious mind needs to understand, and there's really no getting away from this, that it needs to be a leader. Yeah? The more of a leader you are, the more success you're going to have. So what is the job of a leader? Well, the job of a leader is to look after all the other departments to make sure they can do their job. When I was a manager of a store, it was my staff who were doing the frontline selling. So what's my job? It's to make sure they can do their jobs. So I need to go around saying, how are you doing? Do you need anything from me? Any resources, anything else? Anyone giving you trouble so I can resolve it so you can get on with your job? Okay, that's how it works best. Yeah? But if I don't have that vision, if I don't have that goal for them, everyone's a little bit lost and they don't really need to know where they need to go. So I need to give them a vision and I need to inspire them. And the second quality of a leader is I need empathy. I need to understand where they're coming from and what they need, not just my point of view, but their point of view. Yeah. So you can see problems happen when the leader isn't being a leader, when the leader is still stuck in a slightly outdated, childlike, passive state. The childlike state is, I don't know what my parts are going to do, what my mind's going to do, but I don't really trust it. It's probably out to get me. It's probably not very good at changing. Oh, I hope it changes. I hope Felix makes it change. Yeah, that's not really stepping up to it. Imagine if you have a family problem and everyone's not behaving, no one knows boundaries and everything. You come to him and go, well, I hope you can hypnotize everyone to behave. I'm just going to sit back and hopefully you hypnotize them and everyone will behave well. You're abdicating your job as a parent. There's no way getting around. You've got to go in there. You've got to parent. Yeah, you've got to set boundaries. You've got to do a bunch of other stuff. So the children look up to you. They know, what's needed, what they need to develop into. You have that vision. Yeah. If you don't, everyone feels lost or insecure and angry at you as well. So that same process applies to therapy. And again, time and time again, the number one reason is people, they haven't stepped up to it. They feel passive about it. Oh, I hope my mind will change today. I hope it will change. I say, well, not to sound arrogant, but my therapy is a bit like going to the gym. If you follow instructions, if you go and do a dumbbell curl, your biceps will grow. I mean, there's no debate. There's no, I hope it does. It will. Yeah. So in the same way, follow instructions, there should always be a result. And if it isn't, the first thing I do is I check, well, how are you managing these parts? Are you leading them? Or are you letting them lead you? Because that's a big difference. Yeah. They're always looking to you to go, what do you want us to do today, boss? And if you go, oh, I don't know, well, I hope you change, but I don't think you will. That's not very encouraging. Yeah. So, everything you've done in life is a result of your conscious mind saying, yeah, I want to do that. You didn't say, I don't really know if I want to drive a car. Then you found yourself driving a car. Oh, look, my body made me drive a car. It didn't work like that. You had in your mind, well, I'd like to drive a car too. It's very convenient. And when you did that, your subconscious mind said, okay, so let's start doing that. Let's do what goes with that. Let's do lessons. And now you're driving a car. But it started with you giving them that instruction. Like, I want this to be part of my life and my reality. And they did it. Yeah. And the funny thing is that people actually can express leadership in other areas of their life, but they don't do it when it comes to fears and anxiety. They remain in that passive, childlike position of, oh, I hope my brain will change one day. Well, it won't unless you lead it, to the things it needs to do. So to give you a contrast, Recently, I've worked with a couple of teenagers, although some adults have shown this as well. And you know that they're not very good at leading themselves. You start asking the question, what would you like to happen from today? And you get this response. No, I don't know. Yeah. Well, would you like more of this? Would you like more of that? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, one 16-year-old, I was asking questions. I said, well, surely you can't be happy with this, so something needs to change, right? So would you like this or this? And again, he's thought, he looks to his parents. Like, you know, isn't this a clear-cut sort of choice? Why do you need to consult with your parents over it? He doesn't know his own mind. He's used to deferring and abdicating. He doesn't trust his own judgment. What do I know? And that's that outdated infantile state of, you know, Mum, there's something wrong with me. I don't know if I need milk or nappy change. You figure it out. I'm going to cry and you come and figure it out for me. And unfortunately, some people, they need to kind of grow out of that and say, you know what, I need to figure out what I want. I need to energize the goal-striving mechanism and tell my wonderfully powerful mechanism what it needs to do. Yeah. So, in contrast, I saw this lovely Polish lady today. She popped in. She was in the neighborhood, gave me a cake. She used to eat just boiled potatoes and cornflakes. Yeah. And she saw my online streaming video, and then, you know, very soon, massive result. Now, once I met her, I knew instantly, well, of course it's going to work for you, because your conscious mind is a clear leader. Once you realize what you need to do, you just went and did it, and then you got the results. I mean, you know, everyone who's like that has generally a great outcome in all sorts of therapies that they do, because they take responsibility. They know what they need to do, and they decide to do it. Of course, you're going to get results. And for the majority of people that don't, it's like, oh, I don't know, I hope Felix will do this magic wand, this hypnosis, voodoo, and, you know, I hope they will listen to him and I'll step back and abdicate and kind of, you know, hope it works. That's not inspiring, yeah? So, look, I'm not saying this in a derogatory way. I'm saying it in a way because it's all about education. It's about understanding your mind and how to get the best out of it. So, yeah, I sort of say that sometimes people don't just have a food phobia or whatever phobia or anxiety to deal with. It's not just, you know, the thing they bring that needs addressing. It's also, well, the inner, you know, interplay. Well, how are you managing these parts of you? You know, how are you saying the things you need to say to them? Are you stepping back and fretting they'll be worried? Or are you actually doing something and leading them towards it and following the instructions? So this is often used to people because they think anxiety and phobias are a bit like taking a pill. I've taken this thing, has it cured me yet? No, it hasn't. It's not working. What else is out there? It's not about that. It's like finding out, well, are you doing what needs to be done? Are you doing the way it needs to be done? And you will see results, because it's not just me, it's how the brain works. You know, you've got to work with what your brain needs. You can't just I tried acupuncture, I've tried Reiki, I've tried EFT now. What else is there? You're just wildly hoping something will magically happen without you being a leader. And that's going to be doomed to fail. Yeah. So, I have, so sorry, but it has come to mind. I've written a book about this called Take Charge of Your Life with NLP. Rather unfortunate title, I know. That's still me with a beard. And it explains this self-parenting process if you want to know more about it. But in a nutshell, this is it. So the more you step up to be a leader, your mind knows what it needs from you, and it will work towards that with you giving a clear vision and encouraging you to do it. That has got to be one of the foundations of, you know, results happening. I might do some more videos on this topic because it is the key to so many things. So if you have questions, just, you know, put it down in the comments below and I'll answer or do another follow-up video. But for now, yeah, food for thought, and I'll catch up with you soon.